What I want to help you guys with right now is how could you start your paragraph? What might your thesis be like? And then think about what evidence you might be able to add tonight. So when you come in tomorrow and you have this, you feel really ready to write this paragraph. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once. All right. So you guys have the question. The next thing that the front of the paper asks for is to think about number one, the thesis statement. Thesis statement is, of course, your main idea. When you're just writing one paragraph, where do you guys think your thesis statement should go? The first sentence, right? Start right off with your main idea. Now, because we don't have a lot of time, I want to give you guys a really good hint for how to write your thesis statement. Because I know when I was a student, I was always like, how do I start that sentence? So this may not always be the best way, but if you're stuck, it's kind of a good trick. Go back to the question and try to use the words of the question to help you come up with your thesis. So if the question is asking you, which philosophy of the Declaration represents the greatest divergence from British philosophies and why, you could just start your thesis with the philosophy of the Declaration that represents, somebody continue for me. Juan, you want to finish that for me? The philosophy of the Declaration that represents
the greatest divergence.
Keep going.
From Britain
is. Some of you are going to say it's natural rights. Others of you are going to say justified rebellion. So I think I lost some of you guys. I'm going to put this up on the board if I can get rid of this stuff. But again, what I'm doing is I'm just taking the question and turning it into a statement. If this is helpful to you and you would like to use this for your thesis, please write it down right now, just so tonight when you're going back to this, you don't feel lost. Again, all I'm doing is taking the question and turning it into my main idea. I need one of these papers in front of me to help me out. All right, so again, what we did is we're saying the philosophy of the Declaration that represents the greatest divergence from the British is, and then you guys want to finish this with whichever one you're picking. If you're picking natural rights, great. If you're picking justified rebellion, use that. By the way, guys, if you love writing thesis statements and you're like, that sounds kind of boring to me, or I have a more creative way of saying it, go for it. Try it. Some people just really like writing and want to take those chances and be like, you know what, I think I have a better way of saying this. Try it, because we're all trying to grow as writers here. But if there's someone where this is helpful for you and you just kind of want to use this, that's fine too, because the important thing is that you give me a main idea right off the bat, okay? What I want you guys to do for homework tonight is number 2 on the front of this graphic, of this template. Number 2 is where you guys are going to brainstorm your supporting evidence. When you write your thesis tomorrow, what else are you going to give me to back up your ideas? You need to do 2 things tomorrow, guys, in your paragraph. After you give me your thesis, you need to, first of all, explain your chosen philosophy. Everybody see where it says that? Put a star next to where it says explain your chosen philosophy so you don't forget to do that. If you pick natural rights, you're going to have to give me a sentence or 2 really explaining what the colonists meant by natural rights. If you pick justified rebellion, you better be able to explain that idea to me. And then finally, it says, give me 2 reasons why that philosophy represents a divergence or a difference from the way the British ruled in the colonies. Remember to use 2 pieces of evidence from your lessons this week to back up your idea. In order to get an A on this, guys, and I will show you the rubric in probably later on tomorrow, in order to get an A on this, you have to give me 2 pieces of evidence from this week. So push yourself tonight, see what you can come up with, and then tomorrow we will have a little bit of time to help you out. Are there any questions on this before we wrap up?